Okay. I'm recording, by the way.
Don't look at any. Don't lick your Don't lick the mic.
Don't like the mic.
It's gonna get like juices inside. It's not good.
Delicious. Welcome to another episode of Oh God.
Did you just lick your mic again?
Air licked
Do you
it.
need breakfast?
No, I got. What's this?
Wait, let me guess. A bow. Oh, you like those, don't you?
Oh,
Sea salt
crackers. Okay.
Yeah. Do you have them plain or with just? plain?
I usually have them with cheese and chorizos, but a mango chutney. You know what? Good shout. I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah. Do it now.
Oh, yeah,
Welcome
so-
to another episode of Add Oil Podcast. It's been a while since we've all been together, but today I have with me Noda, Amy,
Hello, hello.
and Eric, who has gone off to get something.
I'm getting chorizo
Snacks. Chorizo with mango chutney.
and mango chutney. Wait, Noda, did I try it with you? Did I introduce you to the wonderful world? Did
Not
I
yet.
introduce you to the wonderful world of chorizo and
mango chutney.
No, you haven't actually. But I like saucisson. Is it similar to chorizo? It's not.
oh la la, yeah, oui.
Okay.
I love saucisson with baguette, fromage, tout le monde.
I have
forgot.
Wensleydale. I'm aware that the camera is probably flipped, right?
No,
Is
I
it
can
not?
see that
Like
clearly.
you can. This is right way.
It's not flipped. It's flipped for
It's-
you, but not for me.
Oh, it's the right way round.
Yeah, boy.
Mhm.
And then I have chorizos and
Und
mango chutney.
ooh,
That
beautiful.
is.
Let me take you to a really nice cheese and chutney place.
Oh yes,
Really
please.
nice one.
It's-
It's near Jeremy Street, just where all the really cool suits are.
Oh
You can
yes,
buy
yes,
really nice
yeah.
suits,
Piccadilly.
On
yeah.
that street, there's a place where you can get like the best cheese and chutney. And let's go. It's called Paxton and Whip something.
Oh. I like
Anyway.
getting a bit whipped.
Oh, okay. It's not
Hello,
a
everyone.
podcast without a little bit of not safe for work content.
Basil, here you go. Have some chutney. No, not chutney.
It's not safe for her.
Eric.
Crackers.
Eric is not safe for work.
You're not safe for work, John.
Speaking of not safe for work,
How's work?
what's this about? What's this about your ex?
Sex
sending
toy, I
you
knew it.
a sex toy.
Okay. Okay. So, obviously, I went out with a guy, and I haven't spoken to him in maybe 8, 9 years. Literally, just because it just ended really badly, and we didn't keep in touch, right? But we had a relationship where we were living together. We shared our bank accounts, and we
Oh, that's
had
deep.
a very
Wow.
serious relationship. So
Wow.
obviously my address was saved onto whatever his accounts and stuff like that. And he sent me an email because obviously we still have each other's emails.
And not text.
No, we have each other's like numbers, and basically we can't get in touch with each other because basically my cat is our cat, but I took custody of the cat.
Okay.
So if there's any emergencies, usually I message him, but then he told me never to message him again, so I basically respected that. But he messaged me, he emailed me, he was like, "Hi, there is a
Hi.
package that will be sent to your house by accident. Please
Hi.
destroy it."
Accidents.
It's
Full stop.
me.
I was like, all
I'm the
right.
problem. It's me.
But I was gonna message him back, and I was gonna be like, okay, cool, hope you're well, whatever. But I literally slipped my mind, and then I just did other stuff, and then days went by, and obviously I forgot about this email. And then a package arrived, obviously to my old place, not this flat now. And obviously just with any package, I'd open it. I was like, did I order this? Because it is something I'm interested in.
Oh my god.
This type of toy. I was like, did I order this? I was like, wait a second. No. And then I looked at the front and it had his name. I was like, oh my god.
Oh
So this is
my.
meant to be for his partner,
Oh,
obviously, because it's like
obviously, yeah.
it's a toy that is for women. And yeah. And I was like, oh. But I never emailed him.
You never emailed
kept
it back. You kept
I kept it and used it.
Oh my
I
lord.
enjoyed it very much.
Okay.
And that is obviously he doesn't need to know that.
Did you think about him while you were using it? Because
Not at all. Not
Yes.
at all. No. I was just laughing in my head though. I was like, oh, it's just such a embarrassing mistake that I could easily, I don't know, make it bigger, put it on Twitter, whatever, but I'm not like that, so.
this is gonna be online everywhere. He's
Yeah.
gonna know this.
This is gonna be public.
John, I believe you're gonna have to edit this out. Thank you.
Yeah.
For,
Or I can clip it and
whatever, you
make
can
it
just edit
popular.
it whatever.
and get people guessing. That's it.
Yeah.
What did Noda use?
Yeah, what did Noda use?
Yeah. Maybe we can get a collaboration with that brand.
It is a pretty big brand. It's Love Honey.
I bet it's big.
But it's not like the thing is with Love Honey, I know we're going off a bit of a tangent. They're not that great quality.
Wait, you didn't even appreciate my big pun.
Oh, sorry. You said big brand, right?
Yeah.
It's a big.
Nobody appreciated it.
I appreciate you and your joke.
I was letting it just
Say
drift
it
in the
again.
wind.
Fine, I'll just keep slobbering
No, I
manga
heard
chutney.
it, but I didn't like process it.
Oh dear. What okay, so what's wrong with Love Honey? Like what's so bad about it?
What's
Things
wrong?
break.
Things break.
Yeah.
Yeah, even penises break. That's natural, no?
Not common.
How common? Who do you know in your life that has a broken penis?
Eric.
So, have you ever come across anyone in your life so far that has broken their penis?
No.
Mine hasn't.
I haven't.
No.
But I
Have you experienced
But you've
it?
broken someone else's? Sorry.
I've not broken on anybody else's penis.
That you
Yeah.
know of.
Not yet.
Not yet.
And
I
walks
gotta
away. This is so sus.
I'm getting a fork.
Yeah, okay. Can we go on topic again? What is the topic today?
The topic.
Yeah, what is the topic today?
We don't have a topic. We never do have a topic. We just have a conversation.
Well, can I talk to you about what happened this morning?
What happened this morning?
I saw a bee, like a bzz bee, but it was like quite dizzy looking, and it was
it
on the ground.
Drunk.
And I wanted to save the bee because obviously bees are really important for our world, right?
Yeah.
So I saw the bee and I was like, right, I'm gonna come upstairs, get some white sugar because you're not meant to feed bees honey. And then I went down and I tried to feed this bee, but it just kept going away from my sugar water.
Like, get
just
away
kind of-
from me,
I don't know. I
weirdo.
was like, I just kind of gave up and left. I was like, try to pick it up so it could like go on like some grassy area, not like in the middle of the road. I don't know. And then I just gave up. It was my first time trying to revive a bee. Do you think I did so well?
Hmm.
That's my story.
You can lead a bee to water, but you can't make it drink. As the
It's so
famous
true.
saying goes.
It was sugar
I mean?
water. It's the thing it needs to like survive.
Okay.
Maybe it just gave up on life.
From a very uneducated background. What? So bees produce
I
honey.
wonder who your teacher was, John.
Eric. I'm looking at Eric. um. So bees produce
That eye
honey,
contact.
But what do they use the honey for?
Before they're young.
For their
So
young.
they make us. Yeah,
I
when
need
they
to
make
Google
us,
for this.
they gather the bees so they can store up food for the colony, the queen, and the rest of the bee population. It just happens that they make so much of it that we then take advantage of what they produce.
Oh, so they stockpile. Okay.
Yeah,
They Costco
they are a
bulk buy.
That's it. They just go all out. It's like as if World War IV is gonna happen, which is not far off, I guess.
World War Four.
World War Four.
When was World War Three?
What happened to free? Free is happening now.
What is that? What?
Jesus.
It's all happening in our brains right now,
It is. It is very much happening.
isn't it?
Can I share a secret?
Well, it's not gonna be a secret anymore.
John, I told you to make like questions because
I'm
we just end
looking.
up randomly ranting about stuff.
That's the whole
Exactly.
point.
Who wants this to be a rant or rant? Rant. I say rant.
Runt.
Are you putting that all in your mouth? Go. Damn.
Yeah, you can fit a lot in your mouth, can't you? Oh, I'm not. I'm blurry.
I want to eat what you're eating. But not now, because I'm on a diet. A healthy diet.
A healthy diet. What is your diet consisting of?
Protein. Carbs.
Just protein and carbs.
Basically, no. I'm on like a low-FODMAP.
A what?
Have you heard of
What's
low-FODMAP? FODMAP. Low-FODMAP diet. So, no garlic, no onion, minimal
Why?
blueberries, gluten-free stuff.
That's literally all the flavor of food.
But I have some low FODMAP friendly sauces that I've been using because I have a gut problem and low FODMAP heals my gut, so that's why it works. So sometimes I have to go low FODMAP and then slowly ease myself back into, onion and garlic because that can really trigger off my gut issues.
How did you come across FODMAP?
I basically went to the doctor, my GP. They diagnosed me with IBS.
Oh,
And then they basically said to go online and teach myself low FODMAP. And then I went on this journey of listening to podcasts, looking at, things online, read it, and then just developed it myself, my own version. Not my own version, but basically foods that I can eat and foods that I can try.
oh. What? Okay. Yeah, go on, Eric.
I've not really noticed it until now because I'm looking at like my feedback, the feedback from the video on my camera. I have like basically no hair here, and then
Whoa! Can you like put your arm out and then pretend you're two different people?
look.
Oh my god.
Oh, you wouldn't want it hair here though, anyway.
No, I just was. I've seen some
Is
people
it like
with
completely
like
hairless? That's
full
smooth.
on hair stuff. No, it's not hairless, but it's relatively lighter.
Right.
Yeah.
Going back
Yeah,
to Noda's topic. What? So you have IBS. You was diagnosed with IBS. What is that like? Like, what is
Irritable
IBS?
What
bowel
is-
syndrome.
Yeah, what's it
So
stand
my
for?
poos are funny.
Your poos are funny.
Yeah. I literally went to the toilet like 5 times a day. It was
Mate,
it was really bad. Yeah, it was really bad. And then I couldn't wear the same clothes as before.
Oh wow.
That's when I went to the doctors because I realized it was something really wrong. I could not wear any of my trousers, any of them, and I literally
Why?
looked like 6 months pregnant continuously.
have you got
And I was in
Crohn's
pain.
disease?
It was one time I was in so much pain that
Yeah.
I couldn't like breathe. I was just like curled up in a fetus, and I was like, maybe I should go A&E or something because this doesn't feel good. And then I went GP and they said it's IBS.
He got Crohn's.
That's what I thought. Maybe it was Crohn's or something. But
Okay, what's Crohn's?
Crohn's disease is when your, was it bowel?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's
Something like you
you got
can't.
I want to
Something
say
about
it's the
bowel.
really
Bowel?
sensitive intestines and gut. Hang on, let me find out because we had a couple of students who have Crohn's disease.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
oh
There's
yeah,
celiac, Crohn's, IBS.
yeah, they just get like inflamed, so they swell up
Mm.
their stomach.
So
Oh yeah,
how do you treat that?
tablet, just like with any swelling, so steroids.
Oh damn.
But in
Um,
extreme cases, they have to have surgery and actually remove part of their
yeah,
intestines and then have a stoma bag.
yeah.
And what's a stone
Um,
bag?
It's the plastic bag that comes out of your belly, so it's
Yeah.
like dangling off the side of your belly.
Oh, it's to
So
collect your like poop or
yeah, so it doesn't
Yeah.
go through the
The
parts
tract.
of or the whole of your intestine.
got it.
Yeah.
Speaking of bag that holds poop, I did not know that your if I get this correctly, your rectum can just fall out.
Fall out.
Yeah.
This is a random, but I guess educational conversation. Yes. You can get what
Prolapse, right?
they
Is it
would
called
call
prolapse?
as prolapse.
Yeah.
Prolapse rectum. Prolapse anus. Wait, I'm not actually sure. Anus
But
is the
prolapse-
bit that's outside, and the rectum is the
Rectum
whole
is the
inside part. I think.
But,
Anus is the opening, and rectum is the inside part. As far as I know. I just need to double
and
check.
it can come out.
Yeah.
but how?
Yeah. Because these are muscles. So imagine these are like muscles like that, yeah. So when you poo, your muscles expand. So they're actually like this because they're holding in whatever's inside. So you have like really tight muscles that are like that, and when you poo out, they relax. So they get pushed out by your poop naturally. So they come out like that, and then whatever this is the prolapse part.
Yeah.
And then they should naturally come back in again because they're supposed to keep whatever's inside.
That was a very detailed demonstration.
That's it. So yeah.
But it's true. That's how it looks like.
Damn.
Yeah, and instead of it being just like a side door, it's like 360. So, but I don't have like 360 things, so it's full on circle, come out like that. Because I used to work with horses quite a lot, and I thought it was pretty interesting when they poo, they literally go all out, like out. And then they just get them back in. It's pretty, I guess, for I don't think this is like proper YouTube content. People would want to know about how horses poo. Yeah. Next conversation, please.
Interesting. Are you guys enjoying like the record-breaking hot days that we've been experiencing?
No.
No. No.
Where I
No.
live is really hot. I don't know if it's like a new building or if because I'm on on third, like the highest floor, but it gets so hot. Like it keeps the heat. So in the night, I just go out for a walk. But then I'm like, oh, is it a bit dangerous for me to go out for a walk by myself
Yeah.
along the Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Damn.
So,
Right. I went out yesterday to film some stuff for AOE Productions, chose the worst day to go out because it was 30 degrees
30 degrees, yeah.
throughout the
What
whole
did you
entire
do?
day. I was filming a potential pilot for a food showcase show that might be doing. Yeah. Currently in the process of editing that soon. But yeah, yesterday was disgustingly hot. Like as soon as I stepped out of my house, it was just consistently moist around my back.
Not a bit of good moist back.
And the tube was just disgusting.
Oh god, did you go on Central Line? Elizabeth Line is quite good.
I
It's
went on the Piccadilly
Yeah.
and the Northern Line, but
Okay, yeah.
why is
No aircon.
why is AC AC is not a thing here, and I don't understand
Nope.
why.
On the Betty line it is, but not on other lines.
But yeah, I love the Betty Line.
Yeah, same. I have so much love for the Betty line.
Noda, what
My
are you,
wrist hurts.
what are you what have
Oh,
you been doing
this?
with your wrists?
Okay, so let me talk to you about this first, and then I'll talk to you about my wrist. So, this is my new morning, like after workout or before workout drink. So it's water, chocolate protein powder, turmeric powder, collagen peptides. That's it. It's so good.
Wait, what? Chocolate protein powder and turmeric?
Yeah, well, the orange stuff.
What
Because it's
does
really good to have turmeric
that
for your
taste
bones and
like?
joints. Just a little bit.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Guess we're gonna have
Like
to try
half
it
a
out,
teaspoon.
John.
I'm okay.
Oh, so
It
nice.
looks
And then
so
yeah, my wrist hurts because I've been trying to teach myself
Using your
Da Vinci
toy.
Resolve. No, the toy doesn't involve any wrist movements.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm talking about Da Vinci Resolve.
Oh, yeah.
What software do you use?
Well, I use Premiere Pro.
Adobe. Yeah, Premiere Pro. Because I saw your thing on your story, but
Mm.
I didn't know how to help you.
Nobody
yourself.
did. I helped myself. Just like
Yeah,
you
buy
did
it.
with your toy. Huh?
Did you buy DaVinci Resolve, Noda?
I just used the free version because I felt the paid one is more advanced effects, which I don't feel like I need
Yeah, later
for
on.
a
Like,
vlog.
yeah. Oh yeah. The free one is just as good.
Yeah, but there's so much to learn that I felt slightly overwhelmed and I cut my video down. So it ended up being 1 minute, 35 seconds, but it took almost a week to
Yeah.
do that
It looked
short.
good,
And I
though.
was like, flipping
Yeah.
heck.
I tell my
That, you know,
students.
the movements, I was like, that. I had
Yeah.
to basically cut the clip, then duplicate, then reverse the clip, then add a warp effect, then add a sound effect, just for that millisecond. I was like, flipping out, a lot of work goes into it. But I'm really
Yeah, but then
enjoying
you
it
get-
so far.
It gets faster. Like
Yeah.
you can you can keep the effects. You can have an effects library, like a custom effects library that you can reuse. I tell my students, like, for every minute that you do, it's like an hour's work,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if not more. And then they go, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I want to do 10 minutes video. We're like,
No, that's going to take, that 1 minute video already. But
you can't
now
even
that
write your name.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, how do I?
You can't even write your
How do I
name. Like, you want to
choose
do like
title?
full on 30-minute stuff.
I think people don't really appreciate, like, because people are so used to consuming content now that they
Exactly,
get
yeah.
used to the edited version of something, but a lot of
No.
it don't appreciate what goes behind the scenes.
Nobody ever
Mhm.
appreciates the editor.
That's what I mean. Like, you think about Mr. Beast's videos, right? I was watching it yesterday, and the amount of money and time, I think they spent 4,000 hours, editing a video to make it look the way it does.
Yeah.
And because we just sit there and consume it, it's like, oh, that looks good.
Yeah.
But then if you think about all right, to get that effect, you need to do this and then that and then this and that. It's like, oh, okay, now I really begin to see the behind the scenes stuff.
Mm.
Like, I know, so what I teach my kids, not John, because I never really taught him, is you can have low budget, low production content more regularly. So like lives and like really simple edits, and then you have the big budget like high production edits to give people the reason to go and see you, like, and look forward to what you're gonna come up next. But it does take a lot of time, unfortunately.
Yeah, it really does. And I had to experience that firsthand with my job. And yeah.
That's why for me it's a lot easier to teach than it is to actually do. I still have the burrito battle videos that we did.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my
like-
gosh.
Last
That's nearly
year,
a year
August.
now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nearly a year.
nearly a year.
11 months ago.
You can hold an anniversary for it.
Yeah, I probably. Well, actually, oh no, I can't because I'm still doing my dissertation. I should have my dissertation done before September because that's when the deadline is. And then I'll be a free man.
And then you can finally do our logo.
Yeah, I can finally do your logo, John.
I was thinking of hosting board games around that time, end of August. Oh, hold on, someone's at the door.
Oh.
Oh.
Another mystery.
Another delivery.
Delivery.
Ooh, what's this?
Oh.
Oh, live unboxing.
Can I do a live unboxing?
Parcel number 2.
What did I?
Another to add to your
Let's see.
collection.
I don't even know what it is though. I always forget. Is that bad? Because I do a lot of shopping online.
Oh, we love shopping. We love therapy, retail therapy.
Oh, I wish I had
Careful
money to
not
do
to
retail
expose
therapy.
your address.
Ashwagandha supplement pills,
What's Asha?
which is so great
What was that for?
for doesn't say.
You don't know, do you?
Creatine, because obviously I need to build my booty.
Oh my.
Creatine, because I need to build my booty even more.
Oh my gosh.
And vegan protein bars, because
Oh wow.
gotta build my booty.
Oh, is this for
Woohoo!
my protein?
Yeah, my protein.
Yeah.
My protein.
My protein.
I actually need to start.
I might actually get
I like that Noda is like nearby because at least I can like bounce off her gym energy even though she's like far away.
No, but I literally go to your
That really
house
is
like
it.
every day because my gym's opposite your house.
I know I need to go and swap gyms.
Do you know which one I mean? The one literally opposite. Yeah.
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 I haven't been to the gym in 2 months.
Oh.
How much are
So you're
those?
still paying for
Yeah.
membership, right?
Yeah. They have a swimming pool. I really should go in there. I can't swim, but
How about
Yeah.
we do one day at mine, one day at yours, once a month.
I'm not sure if they do day guest passes at mine.
I can sneak in. Because I have my really old staff pass. I can just flash it.
Staff pass.
I used to work there. I used to work for the company.
Oh, interesting.
So I used to get free gym. At Eric's gym. Or we could, yeah, or I can just walk in with you. Is it a reception thing or?
It's a reception thing. There's a reception.
And is that like a push thing? Oh. Okay, well, if there's a will, there's a way.
That is true, girl. That is true. You nom that thing.
Boom!
There's a vegan friendly, so no dairy in that one.
Mhm.
Oh, so to go back on our couple of episodes ago session is come vegan. I did speak with a couple of vegans.
Oh.
I went to a barbecue and we talked about vegans.
And
Because they are actually vegan. And they said that because vegans are vegans for a variety of reasons, it depends on what version of vegan they are. So you get vegans who are vegans because they don't like the exploitation of animals and the over commercialization of meat products and animal products, and they don't want to contribute to the capitalist agenda of behind vegan like the animal industry. And then there's vegans who are vegans because they don't like the taste of meat. I think so. Actually, I had a friend, an acquaintance. He was brought up to be a vegan, like he didn't know any other thing. I'm not sure about. Actually, no, he was brought up as a vegetarian, and he didn't eat meat until he was 16, 17, 18 years old.
Damn.
And he didn't like it because we would order, not the Domino's pizza is like the epitome of like prime meat taste, but he didn't. He would throw up when when he tried to
The
eat
body
pepperoni.
doesn't-
Yeah.
The body's just not used to it. It rejects it as like a foreign substance.
Yeah, so I mean, he tried to wean himself into eating meat, but he couldn't. So he was, I get he's left with no choice but to be a vegetarian. And then, yeah, I guess those are two main ones. Anti-animal exploitation, they're happy for cum to be a thing, unless you're literally having a string of men tied up
A little
and being
bukkake.
milked on demand, like how they would cows. But they said, yeah, that should be fine, and not just from a male point of view, but also the female point, because they're vegan lesbians.
Mm.
So, if they were producing other bodily fluids, they're happy to consume them apparently. So
It's nice.
Yeah.
Nice to know.
there you go.
Thanks.
And
That's
there
sweet.
there are some people who apparently, it's never happened to me, who their body rejects cum. Like they just throw up.
Yeah, there are quite a lot of weird, well, not weird, but like unusual things that the body rejects. Like there are some people who don't take the sun, who can't take Wi-Fi radio waves. Like, that's crazy.
Is
What do
that
you mean by take?
yeah? You
Like,
can't like run away from radio waves. They're like everywhere.
exactly.
Well, they
Like
I know there are people who avidly try and protect themselves as much as they can from them. I had a friend who used to buy this pendant, and she'd wear it around her neck, and she said that would protect herself and the people within a certain vicinity around proximity around her against radio waves.
Oh,
I don't know what it is, but it was like a necklace or something, and you can buy it and put it on your phone as well, or something about it neutralizing the harmful effects of radio waves. I don't know.
oh,
Battery exhausted.
battery exhausted.
yeah,
dear.
that's how.
Oh,
That's how.
For the listeners of the podcast, Eric's camera just died.
That's how much my camera thinks about that
About-
idea.
That
Right,
that
can
very
I
much
find-
sounds like an accessory from like a game to like
This
repel.
isn't. Yeah, it does. It does, right? Like a pendant that. I know this is not a scientific podcast because I don't do any research and I don't read journal articles, but I do listen to other podcasts. And I was listening to one that said about men putting their phones in their pocket, and although it's not like solidified, a lot of men still don't put phones in their pocket because of that potential risk of it affecting, because it obviously is still producing whatever, right? So they would put it in their bag or elsewhere, so it's not always there. Because it could, obviously, if you can put it elsewhere, why not? In case it affects you're down there.
Speaking of that, actually, like a couple of years ago, I did used to put my phone on my like front pocket of my jeans, and like I used to get pains around that area, and then ever since I
Because of your phone.
Yeah, ever since I moved it to the like my butt pocket, I don't get those pains anymore. Which is
so imagine if you like
strange.
kept it there for like decades. What's happening to your
my ball
area.
sack. Yeah.
balls in the balls? I don't know.
Oh dear.
But when you sleep at night, where do you put your phone? Is it next to your pillow, or is it like in the same room, or is it?
It's like right
on
next to
your
my pillow.
bedside? Yeah, same.
It's on my what do you call this? My bedside table.
Your bedside table. I feel like I should put it on my bedside table, because like what happens if there was a fire?
Wait, where do you put it?
I
on
put it
your
like
bed?
Just next to his head.
Yeah.
Mate, you are gonna be glowing.
Yeah. But I do that as well. I put mine next to my head too, or under my pillow.
Well-
So I think it's pretty bad.
It
Like
is.
I have another friend who actually puts hers in a different room. Or you can buy pillows as well that like block the radio waves, or I don't know if it's a marketing thing, but I might try putting my phone in another room and just. I don't know how to check the time though.
You
don't have
you
a-
buy a clock.
I need to buy a clock. Oh my god. I just buy a clock and then just look at the clock. I'm sorry.
That's such a very educated answer.
So dumb. Yeah, okay, fine. No, I'm just having a moment because I haven't used the clock in years. Like decades.
On that note, let's take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Where are we going?
Did you know that the AOE podcast is also available on YouTube and Spotify? So you can listen to our conversations anywhere you go, whether it's commuting underground or, gallivanting in the fields of the countryside. We are available everywhere. Also, we have new content coming out soon, so if you're interested, please subscribe to our YouTube and show us some support. Same with Spotify. If you'd like to keep updated on all of our episodes, you can follow us on Spotify.
What's that face?
Let's go.
And we're back.
Let's go.
Hey.
A couple of weeks ago, you mentioned on your story, Noda, about a guy smoking on the tube. What was that about?
So it was just an ordinary day. I was commuting into central London when suddenly the train stopped, as it usually does because of a signal failure. Now, the rest of the carriage was like, all right, cool, whatever. It's probably going to be a couple of seconds. But out of the corner of my eye, I saw this man. He stood up in a rage, literally from 0 to 100, and he was like huffing and puffing, and he was just mumbling to himself, and he was pacing up and down, and people there began to notice something isn't right with this guy. So then the train driver said again, sorry, apologies, we're going to be here for a couple more seconds. And he kind of just shouted, well, if the train can do what it wants, I can do what I want. And he got out a cigarette and he just did it, and he started smoking. Now, this sort of train is like a overground, it's like a long one, right? Like it's the Lizzie line. So it affects everyone on the whole train when he smokes. There were kids under the age of 3, There were, all sorts of different people. And I could feel people were starting to get agitated with this, but no one said a word. Then a girl, probably around age 19, 20, um, she said, excuse me, could you not smoke here? There's children here. And he just told her to F off and said, I can do what I want to her face. And then her best friend kind of chimed in and said, no, you can't smoke here. Could you please stop? Also, you can't talk to people like that. And he said, I can do what I want. This is 2023. I'd hit you like a one. I'd hit you like a man if I want. I don't care if there's children. Everyone could just F off.
Like a man,
And
because
he
he
said
obviously
that.
isn't.
And yeah, and I'm just sort of saying exactly what I heard right from him. And he was getting quite close to the girl. And then the other girl, like there was three of them, she kind of chimed in as well. And she was like, no, you can't speak to my friends like that. We're just asking you really politely to stop smoking. And he just sort of got closer and closer, was like really, really agitated, like, I can do what I want. Just F off, F off. It's not my fault. It's the train's fault. It's not my fault. And he was just being very sort of blamey. The train by this point had already started going, and then it got to the next stop, and everyone just sort of like left. But what I found really interesting about this scenario was that as soon as the first girl spoke up, everyone started to speak up. Like the rest of the carriage just started mumbling, like, yeah, don't smoke, don't smoke. And no one kind of went up to him, but they were kind of verbalizing quietly, like, yeah, don't smoke, I've got kids, no, don't smoke. But no one said anything. So that's why I was curious about, would people, would they say anything? And why wouldn't you? Is it the risk of being beaten up? Is it the fact that you have to speak up in front of a whole train? Is it that, oh, whatever, people are stupid, I'm just gonna get on with my day? And it just sort of made me wonder, like this whole bystander effect going on. Because I was very close to the scene as well, but I didn't say anything. In fact, I was quite scared, and I was scared of that retaliation. Even though it didn't lead to anything, it was just the retaliation of the aggression in the voice. I was scared that he could be racist to me because of trauma. I was racist that I was scared that he would be, aggressive, and I wouldn't know how to defend myself. Or what if I caused embarrassment for other people? So those were the things going through my head. But anyway, the guy, he didn't even get off at the next stop until like the very last minute, because he saw some security guards come and try and basically just find him because they knew that there was someone smoking. So the security guards came in and was like, "Oh, where's the man that's smoking?" And he just ran out and never to be seen again.
Wow. That's quite a crazy scenario.
I was shocked that he just spoke like that back. I didn't expect him to be that aggressive that quickly. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was the way that she asked. I mean, if I could do it differently, maybe I'd say, hey, I know you might be really stressed right now, and there's other people here who might want to smoke as well, but could you not smoke? Maybe, I don't know, maybe add a little bit of like, I don't know, reason.
Isn't it against the law to like smoke indoors anyways now? Technically.
Yeah, don't do that anymore. I don't know if it's against the law or is it just banned. I'm not sure. You can Google it.
Are you Googling it now, Eric?
Yeah. Cigarette.
That's quite a crazy scenario.
Well, you get a fine, I think. And the thing is, he just chucked a cigarette on the floor and then just left.
Off the train?
He was just like, on the train, he was just like, after he had a couple of puffs, he just like left it on the floor.
Damn.
Apparently it is banned. And it's also not permitted to be smoking at a bus stop. That's not what we were looking for. I don't know what the consequences are if they actually are banned. but it does say that it is now banned. Smoking has been banned on transport for London property. Um, it doesn't say what will happen if it is. I mean, the ban came about because not for public health, but because of there was a fire, I think, at King's Cross. Yeah, that killed 31 people.
Damn.
That started because of a cigarette that was not put out.
Damn. The more you know.
Yeah. Can you be fined for smoking on a train? TfL does not issue on-the-spot fines for passengers found smoking or vaping on a tube. They were just told to stop, basically.
Eric, in that situation, what would you do?
What will I do?
Yeah.
I'm a pragmatic kind of guy. If it doesn't benefit me or it doesn't impact me, I probably will just not say anything. I probably wouldn't even realize that they were smoking. That's another thing. Because is it worth for your own personal safety? Like, I think. I always worry. Like, so actually, I'm having this conversation with I'm not sure if this was with Noda or with another friend of mine. That before I had Basil, I was quite impulsive. I didn't really care about stuff too much. But since I got the dog, I had to think about whether things will keep me alive or not keep me alive, because I wouldn't want Basil to just not have anyone to look after him in case something happened to me. I had a motorcycle before and I sold it, and then I was just thinking about getting it again, but then actually on the other hand, if something does happen, like I'd like to think myself quite a safe driver on the bike, but people aren't normally safe. So I might be being as cautious as I possibly can, but then somebody would just ram at me and then I'll be on the floor. And I'd be lucky if I don't die, but if I get sent to hospital, like unconscious, no one would know that I have a dog at home, and then Basil will just be like, I don't know, waiting for me. It could be days until I get back, right? And I think so. Applying that same concept to this situation, I don't know how big the guy was or how threatening he was. Well, he will have some sort of impact on me. I probably don't really care enough to even consider being in danger in case this guy was like some weird psychopath. Yeah. Because I know on one hand, yeah, it is illegal and he was within what he thinks is right to do it. But if I really didn't like smoking, I probably would just move away, like have my own personal agency and move away. Because what benefit will it give me? I think that's probably something that's gonna go in my head when I think of intervening. Because I have to.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I'm no
Different
longer a person. I'm also a dog dad. So I have to weigh
You
up.
need to have a emergency number or like a collar, I don't know, something
Yeah.
to say like on you to say if anything happens, there's my keys, this is my dog.
Yeah. So that is it. Like, do I care enough? It's probably another thing. Like, if it were, like, I don't think smoking is that much of a a risk to anybody's health that much. I mean, obviously people can have like adverse reaction to smoking. But if it were somebody punching somebody or somebody's being racist to somebody, then I would probably intervene and say that's not on. You should stop that. But smoking to me, I think is quite low on the.
Okay, so
Because-
let's add to the scenario. Let's say that this guy who's smoking just punches this girl in the face. What would you do? What would your reaction be?
I would check the girl if she's okay. And probably administer first aid.
Oh.
Like, I was telling my students, we can't really control what other people do, but we can control our reactions. And in this case, two wrongs don't really make a right. And it could have repercussions for me if I did, I don't know, act in an aggressive way as well. Like if I punch him back. But if this person, as I'm attending to the girl who just got punched, punches me back thinking that I'm with her, then yeah, I will like defend myself. In that case, I'll go full on ham as much as I could. But the first instinct is to attend to the person that was hurt. Because once adrenaline starts pumping, I mean, I'm quite a small guy, right? There's not really much I can do, but when adrenaline starts to go, I might just get bloodlust.
Your inner
Yeah.
soldier
Can we
just comes
edit?
out.
Can we edit this and have like some like red eyes, red fire eyes?
Like I don't consider myself.
You could be Fast and Fury like
Yeah.
Bruce Lee. You know, Bruce Lee was 5'7", 5'8", or whatever, 5'6".
Yeah. So I mean, there's so many variables that I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth to react aggressively. Like he could be, I don't know, like a MMA champion. That's why he thinks he's confident to do whatever he wants. Then obviously that's going to be stacked against me, and I risked my life to save a girl from having that girl's feelings hurt because that guy said I'll do what I want. I don't think it's proportionate. Like, because it has repercussions down the line. Like, I'm a son, so if I get injured, then my parents are going to be upset. If it's still term time, I'm going to have to take days off, so the kids won't have a teacher to teach them. My dog, I'm going to probably pester Noda to make sure that Basil is fed.
Always
So
happy
I'm
to.
already inconveniencing just because I wanted to look chivalrous. I'm like, bruh, nah.
So all of this
There's
goes through your
more.
mind, and I feel like for some people it doesn't. The adrenaline kicks in straight away, and they're already like, "I'm ready." When I put that post out on stories, there was only 3 people who said they would speak up no matter what.
Yeah.
3 out of whatever, right? And they were ready. They were like, "Yeah, I'm ready to fight," and they were already responding
Yeah.
from a place of, you know, I'm ready to fight kind of attitude.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah,
even
yeah, yeah, yeah.
consider half the things you were considering. It's quite interesting.
It is
Yeah, I
very
like-
different when you're like actually in the situation as opposed
In
to
the
like
situation, yeah.
being here now,
Hypothetical.
Yeah.
thinking about all
I'm
of
quite
this stuff.
allergic to people anyway, so I generally just go about my life as long as as long as it's not something really drastic going on, then I try to like let the world burn, as the saying goes.
I think I have to
Yeah.
agree with Eric on this one as well, because me personally, I'm not really a confrontational person, but if I do hit that limit and like the progress bar fills up, I will have to like step in. So say if the person who smokes punches this girl, then I will have to step in, kind of diffuse the situation, which I have done so before, like many years ago. I was going home from a party, and I was taking the bus. As I was taking the bus, I noticed that a group of my friends were outside this like shop, and noticed that they were like having a commotion between them and another party. So I stepped off, and I noticed that my friend was bleeding from the nose, and I was like, okay, something's going on here. And they were all screaming, and I was trying to understand what was going on and everything. I was quite small. I was like the youngest of the group, so I couldn't really do much. But all I remember was like a lot of screaming, a lot of pushing, a lot of punching, a lot of cans being thrown around.
Nah.
But yeah, like cans of beer.
Right.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
bottles.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like all I remember is trying to calm the person who got punched down, which was my friend at the time. Because she was going through it, and so the rest of my friends. But the other party just left, and we called the police and everything. And yeah, like, to re-emphasize my point where I'm not really a confrontational person, all I did was trying to calm my friend down, because one, I didn't want to get punched, because this was like late at night as well. This was like at 1 a.m. in the morning, going up to like, this took from like 1 a.m. to like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So one, I didn't want to get punched because I had to see my parents later, and like,
Yeah.
I don't think it was worth the hassle of getting into a violent confrontation.
Yeah. I think that there's definitely a huge element of self-preservation when it comes to my own motivations for not just like intervening in those type of situations where obviously somebody is doing something wrong, but it's not so wrong that I don't think it's worth it.
No, it's not. Especially when you don't know if the other person is carrying a weapon. Like,
Yeah.
But also, how likely would it be in front of a whole train of people?
Oh,
In daylight.
when people are psychos, nothing
matter.
is
Yeah.
measurable. Like,
if you're out for
he-
blood, you're out for blood.
yeah, like if we don't know if that person is like drugged up, that he made that decision. Like obviously he didn't come into the tube smoking.
He was
and actually
triggered.
yeah,
by the-
like now just kind of like thinking about it, if he had to make that decision to calm himself down, like I probably wouldn't be thinking of this in the moment, but now that you've just said that was his response to that little stress that happened with the train being delayed, and that was his response. Now thinking about it, I'd probably think that something else is going on in that person's brain that
Oh yeah, definitely.
I really couldn't be bothered to get involved in. Because ultimately, what's in it for me? Like, yeah, there might be a chance that somebody would be recording this, and I'd be like viral sensation on the internet. Some random skinny Asian guy intervenes
Repping
from a
their
guy
API,
smoking.
AAPI.
Yeah, I'm kind of like,
The next Shang-Chi.
yeah.
Come on, let's go. No,
What-
but I think just interrupting you a bit, because one of my ex-boyfriends, he was very much that guy who would always stick up for is it justice? I don't know if
Yeah.
it's called justice, right? So it could be anything from if someone jumped the line, he would say something. If someone smoked a tube, he would say something. But I don't know if it was the way he said it or his energy or what he put out there, but people listened. And I asked him one day and I said, why would you do this? I wouldn't even consider it at all. And he said, because that's what's right. That's it. And that's because of it's justice. It's you're not meant to do this. And someone, and maybe it was the personality type or something like that or his values, but he always stood up for what was right in the context of just that was the only reason.
I always kind of weigh up for me, like, why am I enforcing this? Like, if this happened in school where I'm expected to enforce the no smoking rule, then yeah, I will intervene regardless of whether it's like someone's dad who's like an MMA champion, boxer type. I will intervene in that moment. Like, you can't smoke here. Okay, and lo and behold, if he punches me, then I've done my job, and I'll deal with that situation. But when it's like out in the public where anything goes, and I'm not an enforcer in that area, like, bruh, let the world burn. Sorry. It's not my job to do this. I have so much more shit going on in my life to have to deal with this one as well. So I get the justice part, but I'm kind of like, nah, not for me. Bye, Felicia.
It's different for different people, but it's interesting to hear both your perspectives.
I think definitely it's nice that there are people like that who would stand up for that justice. But there's bigger fights to fight somewhere else. And that could be me getting bread from that bakery shop in Chinatown. That's probably a bigger fight to me than it would be. And getting home to my dog, that's a bigger fight than it is to like make myself look good in front of a truck full of people that I'd would ever know.
I do have to commend that guy for being a beacon of justice, but there has to be a balance.
It's quite attractive, actually.
Attractive
trait. Because if you feel like if you're in danger, you know that you can always count on this person. You know what I mean? Like they will always stuck up for you.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Noda is looking for a chivalrous guy or girl.
A
guy
who isn't afraid to stand up for what's right.
Exactly.
Because he'll risk his life for love and for me.
All right. On that note, let's end it off here. Amy, what do you got to plug?
I have finally released my first video on Amy T YouTube. If you can follow me on YouTube, Amy T, and Instagram, amy.t, AYMI, to spell Amy, TEE for T. Thank you.
T. Eric, where can we find you? What do you have to plug?
I haven't got anything new, but over the summer I think I'm gonna get hold of Final Fantasy 16, so I should be streaming some games.
Oh my
Let's go!
God.
Yep, Final Fantasy 16 and a PS5. Eric does digital, no spaces. Eric with a C.
Cool, and you can catch future episodes of the Ad Oil Pod on Ad Oil Productions. We're also on Spotify and on YouTube. And you can find me on John Acario. Follow, listen, like, comment for suggestions.
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.